What you doing?
I'm ironing on patches.
We don't need no stinking patches. I've been wanting to say that for years. Ain't she pretty?
You don't need no stinking patches. Does anyone else have Sonic jeans?
Dude. She doesn't even understand the reference. That's from
Probably don't need to either.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh.
Look at my Sonic patches.
She is cute though.
Aren't they cute?
They are very cute.
Nobody
Actually very
else
cute.
will have none.
No, but that is not what this video is about. Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Let's Eat. We are going to cook a Boston shoulder butt roast. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. We're going to smoke it all day long. It's going to be delicious. Or as Scooby-Doo would say, relicious raggy. Yep. Couple of things you're going to need. You're going to need a good cut of pork shoulder Boston butt. We're going to get our rub, and we're going to need something to attach the rub to the butt, which is a binder. We're going to be using just like a regular mustard, yellow mustard. And we're also going to inject apple juice throughout this butt. We're going to smoke it for 6 to 19 hours. Not really. We're going to smoke it for about 8 hours. Low and slow, around 250, 60 degrees if we can keep it thereabouts. We're going to be using charwood, and we're going to be using lump hardwood and fruit wood soaked in apple juice. Some of the stuff we're going to use. I'm going to pause this and turn you around. I'm going to show you what we're going to be using to do the rub with, and then I'm going to show you how to make your own rub, compliments of Chef Pork Chop. More to come. Now, before we get started, again, I want to show you what you can use. This is pretty good stuff, and we always like it. Brown sugar bourbon, Grill Mates. The way everything is right now, this is probably $5 or $6. We bought this a couple of years ago, bought a bunch of them, and this is down to the last one. But I got a recipe from Chef Pork Chop, buddy of mine, on how to make the exact same thing. What this is, 1 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of coarse ground black pepper, 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, and then 2 tablespoons of cayenne. Now, we did not use all of the cayenne. We used about a teaspoon of cayenne because my wife doesn't like it hot very much. But you can see, holy cow. And this has no preservative. This is good, but we're going to put this up. Now, onto our pork shoulder. Now, I will go ahead and tell you, I'm going to do some talking while we are prepping this. If you just want to see a recipe with very little talking, don't watch this video, because I'm going to talk and I'm going to tell you histories of pork shoulders, what they are on the hog, where they come from, and why they're actually used today. And we're going to talk a little bit. So, if you don't like that, don't watch. If you like this, hit the like and subscribe button. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back. A pork shoulder cut. This is a tough cut of meat. It is from the shoulder, high up on the shoulder, and this is a muscle that gets a lot of exercise. So it is indeed going to be a tougher cut of meat, as well marbled with fat. Some people call it a fat cap. Some people love the fat cap. Some people hate the fat cap. It is all up to you. Now, we're going to take this guy out. Put this in the sink for later. There we go. Now we're going to clean this thing up, set it in the sink, wash it, clean it a little bit. I know we're going to introduce a lot more water, but that's okay. The sugar and the salt is going to draw that out. So, more to come. Okay guys, now we're back. I have cleaned it, washed it, trimmed as much of the fat cap off of it. Some people like the fat cap, some people don't. My wife does not, so we don't keep much of the fat cap on there. Again, remember this is a tough, less than desirable piece of meat, and only the popularity of barbecue has brought it into, well, the light. So what we're going to do, we're going to use mustard as an emulsifier, and this is a chemistry lesson. Mustard allows oils and water to blend together. It is a binder, and we're going to use this to hold all of our seasonings. You don't have to do too much. You don't really worry about doing too much because it's going to cook off, and this is going to make that fine, fine, wonderful crust that you're going to see on here. That is going to go into each section and piece. So it's going to be really good. If you want to, you can use any kind of mustard, a brown mustard, a white wine mustard, anything like that. There we go. Now, we're going to get this guy. And this is, again, our own blend. Thank you again, Chef Pork Chop. You can take a look at him on Facebook. He is there hanging out. I'll include a link. And we're going to put a bunch on here. This is about 4 pounds. I did cut about 2 pounds off once I started trimming, because in some other videos, we're going to make pork fried rice on the griddle. And I thought, well, this is an excellent time to do that. Now, you can't really put too much, like I said, because it will fall off or cook off, so it is okay. We're just going to put this in here, let it sit. And you'll see with the addition of the sugar and the salt, we're going to start drawing out a lot of fluid. And you can make as much or as little of this as you want. There we go. And again, there's a couple of rules. One of the rules, the reason my wife loves it when I do this is because I make sure I clean the kitchen before and after. And you also want to wash your hands before you start doing all this stuff. I know that's a silly little thing, but wash your hands, you dirty boogers. There we go. Now that looks good. We're gonna let this guy rest in one of the downstairs refrigerators. And, well, before we do that, let's go ahead and inject it with some apple juice, just for the heck of it. We'll do it now, and we'll do it later. I have it all set up. I was going to wait, but won't wait. And this is just apple juice, generic. 100% apple juice. And we're gonna keep, look at that. Watch, there she blows. One more. And we're gonna let this guy sit. My wife likes sweeter rather than hotter. I can always add to it and make hot from the sauce. There we go. This guy's going downstairs. More to come. Okay. Now, 4 pounds, 45 minutes a pound, and with the way this thing's cooking, I ended up doing 2 hours on one side. I'm going to do 2 hours on this side. And about 20 minutes before we finish, I'm going to pull this thing off. Going to cover it with some barbecue sauce, and then I'm going to set it back down. I'll have it in an aluminum tray at that point, but this thing is doing really well. We're halfway through 2 hours since we've started the grill. So, more to come, guys. Okay, guys, we are finished. 2 hours on one side. Pulled it off, checked it, rewrapped it, flipped it. 2 hours on the other side, and then 15 minutes outside of the foil. So we are going to leave it just like this, and then whoever wants to put whatever sauce on there, they are welcome to it. So, more to come. Hey dude.
Hey dude.
How you like the barbecue?
It's delicious.
It's pretty good. It's very mild.
Really good.
And it has a good flavor. That's what we have left. We split it with our neighbors, and I actually am making another one as we're talking. Because it's only 3 in the afternoon, so we'll probably eat 6 when we have the other one made. It's only like 2.5 pounds. So,
and guess who gets the fat?
who gets the fat?
The dogs.
The dogs get the fat. They love it when we do this. So, thanks for coming along, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's how we do our Boston
But
shoulder butt barbecue.